It was nearly a decade ago we sat down with local boxing coach Hal Chernoff. At that point, he had been teaching young boxers how to bob and weave for more than 20 years.
He was also training them for the biggest fight of all, life. Well, today, Coach Chernoff continues his boxing program at the Main Street Gym. And as you can probably imagine, he has seen some pretty incredible talent walk through those doors. Guess what? We are fortunate enough that he had some time to walk through the doors of historic Studio D with us this afternoon to give us an update on this program that he's put together. Thank you so much, Coach, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Okay, so we did some math just a little bit ago, and you helped us out with it. It's been over 3 decades that you've put into this program.
Oh, yeah.
How did this start?
It started, actually, I started boxing up in upstate New York, and we moved down here, my wife and I, when we were pretty young. And I looked for a boxing gym, couldn't find one, got into a karate club, and a young boy that's pretty big in the community right now, Darren Whitehead, asked me to show him how to use his hands like I was doing. And he started coming over to my farm, and that's how it all started, from me teaching one guy a little something, and then it turned into a boxing program.
Wow.
Yeah, and along the way, you've coached some pretty good boxers, haven't you?
I've been fortunate to have some good talent come into the gym, some dedicated kids. It's always kind of nice because you're competing against Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, and we've more than held our own, and sometimes we've exceeded past some of these big cities.
Yeah.
Wow. You had told Lisa before, this is a 2-prong program.
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Well, we teach the sport of boxing, but the sport of boxing is really the carrot that you dangle in front of these kids. And once they start loving the sport, which most of them do, then you start talking about you got to get your grades up if you want to be here. We have tutoring in the gym. We have a lot of programs. We talk about, teaching life lessons. We have a drug awareness program where we bring speakers in to talk about drug awareness. We had Nancy Weller, who's a pharmacist, come in, speak about the effects of drugs. And rather than just beat someone over the head and say, don't do it, don't do it, she comes in and shows what the drug actually does. And when you see that, it kind of lights them up a little bit and informs them a lot better of what the drug will do to you. And we just got talking about Narcan and things like that. We also do field trips with the kids, and we have a tutoring program in the gym. All that stuff is kind of handled by my wife, but the boxing part of it is usually me and Coach Ty, Coach Marquise. I've got a great coaching staff.
And you've seen success with this 2-prong approach.
Great success. I got a letter from a young guy that told me that Main Street Gym had a huge impact on his life, and he attributes it to his success. And he became a Navy SEAL and a congressman for the state of Virginia.
Wow.
Scotty Taylor. And that was quite a lesson, quite a letter to get from him.
I bet.
How about that? Okay, so you've got a fundraiser coming up.
We do. It's close to Halloween, so we called it Fight or Fright.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, none of these kids are going to be frightened. They're going to get up in that ring and they're going to perform. They're coming in from D.C., Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Virginia, and we'll have probably 17, 18 fights on Saturday evening, and we're expecting a big crowd. It's going to be really nice.
Yeah, you always do draw in a big crowd when you bring in the fighters from the region.
I don't like to do a lot of fights per year because we put so much into it when we do it, but usually it's a big success. We try to do everything as good as we can so that the fans enjoy it, the boxers and coaches enjoy it, the officials enjoy it, and everybody likes coming to our shows. So that's the way we do it.
All right, so where and when? It's
at Main Street Gym, which is 310 Bowl Drive, right across the highway back here off Northwood Drive. It's Saturday evening. The doors open at 5:30. Bouts will start about 6:30. There's going to be Flannery's going to have food there. We'll have music, and then, of course, a great time and a whole night of great boxing. We've got big boys. We got little girls. We got everything.
Wow.
Everything.
Wow.
Sounds like a good time. We'll have all the information on our website. Hal Chernoff of Main Street Gym. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Coming in.
Wonderful talking to you.